The Deputy First Minister was hauled in front of MSPs again on Wednesday to defend the Scottish Government failing to spend millions of money handed over by the European Commission. Kate Forbes refused repeatedly to admit that her SNP government have lost €136 million in European Union funding and even overruled Scottish Parliament researchers in the process. The Deputy First Minister was hauled in front of MSPs for a third time this month over the NAT's failure to spend cash from the EU. The row revolves around hundreds of millions of funding from the European Commission which could go to projects such as apprenticeships, helping refugees and entrepreneurship. SNP ministers have failed to take advantage of this, meaning that out of an original €941 million grant only €783 million became available, with €647 million claimed before the deadline. Scottish Parliament researchers independently came up with the figure of €136 million being handed back to EU bosses, but this was disputed by the Deputy First Minister. Opposition MSPs asked Ms Forbes about this substantial loss of money at Holyrood, but were left unconvinced by her answers. Scottish Tory finance spokeswoman Liz Smith said, "For complete clarity once and for all, exactly how much EU money has been left on the table and unspent because relevant deadlines for claims have passed?" Ms Forbes refused to give a straight answer, instead claiming that it's a complex issue. She added, "The current allocation that we have in terms of the upper ceiling is €783. 4 meters. The current amount committed to projects to date is €647 million and there are two elements that will determine how much higher that figure is. The first is that we are currently meeting the July deadline and then the October deadline in terms of securing reimbursement. And the second element is the funding that we will be able to reclaim for settling Ukrainian migrants. Now, I am not in a position right now to give her that figure because the deadlines are still ahead of us. What we intend to do is to claim back every penny that we can claim and the final deadline is late 2025. Scottish Tory MSP Murdo Fraser returned to the same question following this stonewalling as he asked. The Deputy First Minister quoted two figures, the sum allocated by the EU of €783. 4 meters and the sum committed of 647 meters. That leaves a balance of €136 million not committed by the end of 23 deadline, which of course has now passed. So can any of that total of €136 million now be recovered? Ms Forbes once again did not answer, claiming that she expects the reimbursement process to take place over the next few months as it is an ongoing discussion with the European Commission. She added that she is not going to be able to predict precisely what will be spent. Scottish Tory MSP Brian Whittle tried for a third time to get an answer as he directly asked how much of the €136 million not committed at the end of 2023 is still eligible to be reclaimed, with the Deputy FM claiming she would try to reclaim all of it.